Hello, my name is Michelle and welcome to my new channel, The Signs of Tarot. Please take a moment to subscribe. I'm an intuitive tarot reader out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and wow, I know the whole world thinks Vegas is all about the glitz and the glamour and the strip and the gambling and the fun, but we have such a huge metaphysical community out here. There are so many astrologers, so many tarot readers, it's a lot of fun. Today's reading is for an X spread for the sign of Cancer. So Cancer, I will be reading from your ex's perspective. Now an ex can be an ex-spouse, an ex-lover, somebody that you have just broken up with, somebody that you may just not be in communication with, anyone that you identify as your ex or somebody that you're in separation. I'm reading from their perspective. So this is a spread to try to give you a little insight to what they feel, okay? But as we know in tarot, sometimes energies sneak back and forth. So Cancer, you may find that some of these energies are actually yours creeping into this reading. Okay, take what is yours, leave the rest behind. Not all of these readings can resonate with everyone, so really take what you feel connects with you and leave the rest behind. So we're going to get ready to do your reading. Again, if you have a moment, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to build my tarot tribe. Okay, the first card we got out for you, for actually your ex, Cancer, is the Nine of Swords. Your ex is still, whether you have not spoken for a week, a year, or 5 years, your ex is still extremely impacted by this relationship. This is the Sleepless Nights card. This is the card of anxiety and depression, sadness. This is all about swords. And swords are all about intellect and communication. And intellect plus communication means your ex is stuck in their own mind, going back and forth, rewriting every script of every moment of your relationship. This is anxiety. So, Cancer, if you think your ex doesn't care, let this be a complete message from Spirit that your ex cares very, very deeply. They're very stuck. There's a lot of sleepless nights with your ex. And Cancer, whether or not you're the one who broke up or they broke up with you, you need to know that your ex is in a lot of pain right now. And that's the message that Spirit wants me to get over to you. So let's start with a few cards here to see. Okay, wow, Judgment. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Death in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is playing out a story immediately. Two of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Three of Swords reverse. Let me see if you can get those cards more into the picture here. Okay. All right, Cancer, I'm just going to completely lay this straight. Again, this is coming from the perspective of your ex, but your energy may creep into this reading a little bit. Your ex has terrible sleepless nights over this relationship, a lot of anguish, a lot of regret, a lot of remorse. Whether you broke up or your significant other did the breaking up, it doesn't matter. You need to know, Cancer, that your ex is in anguish. And I can see from these cards, this was a pretty deep relationship. So I know that there were deep feelings, maybe deep feelings that caused confusion, a lot of deep feelings that definitely triggered a lot of past childhood issues, past traumas. But regardless, you need to know that your ex is in a bad place right now. So I'm going to encourage you to reach out. But that's neither here nor there. Let's dive right into Judgment from your ex's perspective. Now, it could be very simple. Your ex and you are involved in a court case, maybe over child custody, maybe over alimony, assets. If this was a long-term significant other that you shared a marriage with, you are involved in a tough court case right now that is going to go back and forth, okay? If you are involved in a much simpler court case, it's looking to me that, unbeknownst to you, your ex is going to win the court case because Judgment is in the upright, okay? So I'm just giving you a heads up, Cancer, okay? The Judgment card is one of the deepest cards in the tarot deck. It has so many meanings, and it has so many meanings with all the cards that roll around it. One of the meanings for the Judgment card, and I'm going to bring it up really close so that you can see, is the closing of a karmic cycle. In our world, in our generation, we are taught a wrong sense of what karma is. We are taught what comes around goes around. You cheat on me, the person will cheat on you. You steal from me, you're going to get stolen from. That really isn't karma. Karma is cyclical patterns that are passed down from generation to generation. That each generation has a chance to stop karmic cycles in an attempt so that it is not passed down to your offspring. So karma really is with the individual and has no bearing to the other person. If you cheat on me, that's your karma. And unless you close that karmic cycle, you're going to pass that karma on to your siblings. So they will cheat or they will be cheated on. Do you see how that has nothing to do with your significant other? Karma is a vertical. It is not a horizontal. Okay? So your significant other, your ex, is closing out a karmic cycle that may have gone on in her or his life for 500 years. That's a beautiful thing for your ex. So that's something that you need to know. Even though they have sleepless nights, anxiety, upset over this relationship taught them a valuable lesson about their sense of self, about who they are, and who they want to be in the future. So you were a valuable asset to your ex. You taught them something about themselves no one else that has ever crossed the path in their lifetime has taught them. And they're closing out a karmic cycle. Whether it's a karmic cycle of learning to love themselves, whether it's a karmic cycle of learning to let go of people that don't serve them, whether it's a karmic cycle of believing in themselves, you taught them such a beautiful, valuable lesson. Okay, so you need to know that positives and negatives come from every relationship. Endings are never happy. Endings are never joyful, no matter how they're ended. But you taught your partner a very valuable cycle, and they have the courage to close that karmic cycle so it does not pass on to their children or whenever they have children. Okay, that's important for you to know. But the third part of karma is also about reconciliation. It's the only card that has black and white. These are your ancestors. These are your spirit guides constantly being rebirthed and constantly being part of the cycle in your world. Something, you are blowing a trumpet or your partner is blowing the trumpet because they want a reconciliation or a rebirth. So perhaps, now that this karmic cycle is closed with your partner, now it's time for the two of you to get back together, to restart a beautiful new, knowing that some lessons have been learned and won't be repeated. Okay? Your partner is I think either you left your partner out in the cold or your partner left you out in the cold, but this is being lifted. Your partner is now feeling back a part of community, back a sense of self, really embracing the people around them. They may have isolated themselves for a long while because they were heartbroken. But they're coming out of that, coming back into circulation in the real world because they had the strength to close a karmic cycle, to build a renew. Beautiful cards for your partner, actually, Cancer. Your partner is not allowing themselves to transmute and transform. But I believe because this card came underneath the Judgment in the upright, that is changing. The Death card in reverse is all about stagnation and not allowing a cycle to end. And when you spend endless days, weeks, years in bed, sleepless nights, replaying every conversation of your relationship to see how things could have been done different or better, or searching for clues, you don't allow yourself to move forward into the present moment to transform. I think that might be one of the lessons your partner has learned, to let go of the past so that they can move forward and transform. I think your relationship, Cancer, brought back a lot of childhood trauma within your partner. I think your relationship triggered a lot of fears that took place from previous relationships with your partner. When you get the Six of Cups in reverse, the Six of Cups in the upright is all about reunions, connecting with your past, connecting with past loves, enjoying the moment of everything that took place in your past and seeing all the positive aspects and bringing them into your current day so that you can use everything that you've learned positively to move forward. Your partner got it this way. I think your relationship tremendously triggered past hurts with past relationships, abandonment issues, fears. I absolutely think the love your partner felt for you triggered something very deep within your partner. This is very, very deep. This is sad and this is depression. And this card came underneath this card. It's the only card with music. So I don't know if music played a very big role in your relationship, Cancer, but maybe a song that connected the two of you triggered something in your partner's past that really brought about fears and, oh my, this is too good to be true, and this relationship can't be perfect because what happened in my past happened and it's going to repeat itself. Oh, and here's that song to remind me. I know that this is not going to resonate for a lot of people, but even if the message gets out to the right person, that's why I'm doing this. Your partner or you juggled. Either you had somebody on the side that your partner found out about, or your partner had somebody on the side that you found out about. But this is the card of juggling, okay? Sometimes you don't juggle another person. Sometimes you juggle work-time balance. Sometimes you juggle spending time with kids, family, siblings, parents. So I'm also getting that maybe your partner had to be a caretaker for an elderly relative that needed help and you didn't feel that there was enough time, or that could be vice versa. Or maybe you or your partner had very demanding children or very demanding stepchildren that they needed to be called to. Something went on with time. There was an imbalance of time between you and this partner. Again, I go back to the beautiful karmic lesson that your partner learned. Maybe this will teach your partner to be more effective with time. Maybe this needed to teach you to be more effective with your time. Your partner, Cancer, is in search of equal give and take, and your partner is going to find it, okay? The reason why is the card that came out after was letting go of the heartbreak. So your partner, like I said before, is finally leaving the heartache of this relationship behind. Perhaps they may have met someone, perhaps somebody may have sparked something in them, but they've decided to close the door on the lack, the sadness, and feeling left out in the cold in search for complete equal give and take. Honestly, this is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. It's all about equality. It's all about getting involved in relationships that give what you give, that take what you take. Whenever a relationship is one-sided, whenever one person loves the other person more, whenever somebody gives more, whenever the other person takes more, there's an inequality, a complete imbalance, and at the bottom line, that relationship is not going to be okay. That enters in all the toxic behavior. This is a card about giving charity because you have enough money to give to other people. Your partner's heartache is going to be lifted or is in the process of being lifted, Cancer. So I just wanted you to have a very deep X spread to understand the state of mind of where your partner is. Please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and namaste.